Hello, collective. How's everybody doing? We are here with a general and timeless reading. Before we get started with the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with the highest good. All right, I'm seeing something be presented to you, but you may be wanting to feel it out first. Because let's say it like this. There can be something that you could maybe continue to be committed to that you may not want to be any longer. It could have been something that felt like stable for you before, and now maybe you feel like your heart isn't in it anymore. We're starting off with the Ten of Swords here. So this does mean that something is going to come to an end. Although seeing the Ten of Swords can sometimes feel daunting, what it really means is that like all of the pain and suffering is going to be over that you may be experiencing. So this can mean that if you've really been struggling with something, because it's a 10 here, that means the cycle is done now. So this is a great thing to see because it means you don't have to be experiencing this anymore. You're like graduating from the cycle because the 10 is always going to be the end. It's like the closing chapter. So this is the end, okay? Yeah, I am seeing something that you're moving away from. So you're doing this because you know that carrying on here, it doesn't resonate with you any longer. You're not meant to be stuck there anymore. It's time to move on. But there can be a lot that you feel you're, I don't want to say leaving behind because you never really leave things completely behind. It's just part of, you're just going into the next episode. This episode is finishing. You're moving into the next episode. Yeah, this, whatever this is that you've been dealing with that's been feeling really challenging, this is a really big mental challenge because we have air. It's always going to have to do with right here, your throat chakra. This has felt like a lot on you. Could have been something that felt very thought consuming as well. But because we have the Eight of Wands, it means like this thing is closing and then you move out of it very, very quickly. So it's kind of like the chapter ends swiftly. And so something may be a lot because it's like, oh, this is the end. Like, this is that big moment where, like, everything collapses into itself. But I'm not seeing it something that you stick around having this smarting for you. It's more you being in a spot where you're like, okay, like, this is hard. This has been challenging for me, but now things are coming to an end. And I'm seeing you just move very quickly. It's like, as soon as they say, like filming is over for the day and you're finished, you're like, I'm out of there. So I'm seeing you be, again, out of there very quickly. Sometimes we can linger in this, but I'm not seeing that be the case this time around, okay? I also don't want to like bypass the intensity of this because Ten of Swords can feel like something intense. So let that be noted as well. And also, it's not something that lasts very long. Because the Eight of Wands is signifying you moving out of that very, very quickly. For some of you, this is a work thing. Or it can be with somebody you'd been connecting with. When I say work, I mean, like, it could have been associated with a particular role that you had been playing. Wow, okay. I'm seeing you really getting into the driver's seat here, and maybe you didn't feel like that's where you were before. I'm seeing you definitely have a lot of creative liberty now that you may not have felt you had before. Like, I'm seeing you just be in total control. That's where you're going. And it may not have felt like you were the one calling the shots before. However, I'm seeing that you are now, very much. This is a moment where you feel very capable and that feeling empowering. Like, this is the type of responsibility that you want, and one where you feel like you get to be the one making the decisions that you want to make, and you get to be the one drawing this out and again calling the shots. And it was not easy to get here either. You could have had a lot of things that felt like they were keeping you from budding into this place, and now I'm seeing you be here, and I'm seeing you be very fit for this. It kind of seems like all of the struggles that you've gone through to get to this point kind of built your character up to what it is now. So you are being shown as like a great leader, a great person in charge with this King of Wands, especially in charge of yourself and what you're doing with your life. Creative liberty is coming through again. Maybe what you're building out your life to be too. What you're choosing to participate in as well. There's no more, I'm forced to do this, like I'm obligated to do this thing, I really don't want to do it. Showing up in this energy of the King of Wands shows you very connected with your solar plexus, which is your willpower, which is I'm willing to do this or I'm not willing to do that. So there's a sense of autonomy and dignity here with this place that you've gotten into, and knowing that there's like nothing above you. Like, you are the master of self. And that the only time that you're doing things that you don't want to do is when you're willing to do those things. So this is about like owning your power as well, your energy. Like 100% agency is what I'm seeing. But I'm getting that there was a lot that you needed to go through, that you needed to sort of break down mentally to get to this point, which was not easy, because this could have been dealing with like belief systems and things like that, and just thought patterns that kept you, I'm hearing, in a vicious cycle. And now that you are like ascending beyond this, I'm seeing this is definitely like some sort of creative liberty. This is you being like, oh, I'm the one creating this. I'm the one manifesting things. If I want that to get done, I'm the one to step up and do that. So it's not like you're not waiting around anymore for anybody. I'm getting this again, you calling the shots. This feels very, very important here. Because this is you recognizing your own power, and that you don't need to get it from anybody else. That you already have it within you. It's just a matter of accessing it. And trusting yourself, and trusting that you know what you're doing. You don't need to go to anybody else and get advice. You give yourself the best advice. You know what wants to be birthed through you. You know what you want to create. You know what inspires you. All of that. But I'm seeing again, like, it was not easy to get to this place. There was a lot of stuff mentally that needed to be worked through. And maybe a lot of cycles too that you needed to clear out. But I'm hearing harvesting. I'm getting that all of them helped you learn special skill sets that you're now going to apply. So it was all for a reason anyway that you went through those things. And I'm seeing you be very happy to have arrived where you have arrived now at this point. So now there's something that you want to like build, make, create, manifest. Could be in the process of thinking about this, of formulating something. Could be taking a more active approach with this. I'm seeing there's definitely planning that's happening here. It feels like getting your magic back. Like, there's something very, very special here that you're connecting with that is becoming like more of a reality, where before it felt like more of an idea that maybe wasn't being applied. And now I'm seeing something really gaining traction here. When this comes to your manifesting abilities, you as a creator within your life, you as a creative, if you want to call it that, I'm seeing there be a lot that you're learning about yourself currently, the way that your mind works, the way that you're able to do things, your capabilities, how you want to be expressing yourself. There's a lot of sort of like reintroducing you to you that's happening here. And there may be people around you or like situations around you, environments around you that you're picking up a lot of knowledge that is going to be weaved into this process of yours. It's like people that are informing you more and more and maybe like supportive of you and can maintain those types of conversations that you want to have about what exactly this is that you're doing currently, that you're working on, that you're applying. Also know too that you're kind of at the beginning stages of learning about something, so don't get put out because of that. This is meant to be like a fun experience. It's gonna be whatever you project onto it. If